Hello and welcome back to the podcast. I had this brilliant idea the other day. I put out a thread and I was like, I'm going to make podcast episodes about my threads. And so that's what I'm going to do in today's episode. So I put out a thread the other day. I'm going to tell you the basis of the thread. And more or less the point is that when people go to market online, everybody's like, it's not about the income you make, it's about the impact that you have. And so basically my thread was saying, if it's about the impact that you're making on people, then how come all the marketing is about the income people are making in their business? And so basically I'm kind of like flipping the argument or the equation here, because the idea is that if it were about the impact, then there would be a lot more marketing about how people have changed in their lives, in their businesses, etc. And a lot of the time, what you tend to see is even if coaches are helping others change their businesses, you still see the numbers. You still see, I helped my client reach a 20K month. I just helped my client do this $50,000 launch. I just helped my client convert, $30,000 in sales cash, right? And if it was about the impact that they're making, those testimonials, those people who had the $30,000 cash sales, who had the $50,000 launcher, who made $20,000 in their business, you would be seeing that it's about the freedom that they have with their time to spend with their kids, or it's about the time that they could take to go travel to Italy, or it's about the time that they can take to themselves to go get a mani-pedi instead of feeling like they can't do anything for themselves. So those are impactive. Those are statements where that has to do with a lot of the impact, right? And a lot of people would say, well, that's the outcome. That's the desired outcome. It is the desired outcome, but that's also the fucking impact that you're having on people's lives. You're changing their lives to be able to have this kind of freedom. You're changing their lives for them to be able to make these kinds of decisions. You're changing their lives so that they have a difference in the generational future of their family. That is the impact. And oftentimes when I see these testimonials come through for the marketing, it's about the $50,000 launch. It's about the $30,000 cash. It's still about the number. It's still about the number. And so there's this disconnect in the online space where people will market that it's about the outcome. But then when it comes time to show a testimonial, it's still about the fucking number. So to me, there's this, I don't know that a double standard is really the right word. I don't really think that is the right word. It doesn't really matter what the right word is. There's this disconnect in the marketing. And I think that it's toxic. Okay. And actually one of my mentors talks about accepting toxic money, because think about it this way. Okay. I'm going to present this to your mind really fast. If you were to be scrolling online, right? And as the entrepreneur, as the solopreneur, as the business owner that you are, you were to see somebody say, I helped my client reach a $50,000 launch. They collected $50,000 cash because of one thing that we worked on together. You're going to kind of be don't get me wrong, I'd be in the exact same fucking boat, right? Well, what the hell did they do, right? What the hell did they do to be able to make $50,000 in that launch? What happened? What's the one thing? I want to know. But see, the thing is they're not sparking my curiosity from a place of desire, from a place of the impact was made, right? It's not coming from a place of aligned values. My values, obviously, I've stated this, have to do with my family, have to do with my daughter, have to do with building generational wealth, have to do with freedom in the sense of not just my finances, but also in the sense of my schedule or my location, being able to go travel, right? Like, I value these things. I value family. I value wealth. I value experiences and transformations. And when you strictly market income, okay, when you strictly market the income figures or the financial figures, the numbers, it doesn't matter, whatever the fuck you want to call them, right? When you strictly market that, then all you're doing is hitting pain points time and again, because you're not actually lining up with values, because money and financial figures are the laziest way to market, but people do it because it works. The laziest way to market, because financial figures don't correlate, like they don't talk about your values. And when you're marketing, you want to be expressing, you want to be creating a relationship, you want to be fostering a relationship, you want to be telling a story, you want to be making friends, you want to be inviting people who have the same values as yourself into your world, and for them to be like, wow, I find what you're doing really valuable. I want to purchase this, or I want to be a part of this, right? When you market financial figures, you're not actually hitting those values. All you're hitting is a pain point. And when all you're hitting is a pain point, then what you're doing is you're activating somebody through scarcity. You're activating somebody through lack. And what that does is it creates a sale that has toxic money involved in it. People, if I ever, and maybe this is the reason why I haven't had a 20K month. I've had 10K months. Okay, don't get me wrong. I've had 2 back-to-back 10K months in 2021. But 20K months, I haven't made yet. But if I ever have somebody come to me and say, I want to take your course because I want to be able to do $50,000 launches like you did, boom, I am not going to take that person. I don't want that person as a client, because that person is attached to the wrong thing. That person is attached to the money. They're attached to a financial figure. They're not actually attached to what's possible for them. And here's the other part of this too. Like, I want to bring this up as well, because I think this is just as important. A lot of the time when people are marketing these numbers, these financial figures, these launches, these cash, these sales, right? They're not addressing the fact, because this is a fact, okay, that everybody has certain limiting beliefs, and everybody has to blow their mind and bust through those beliefs in different ways. And there are going to be some people who can do that in like a snap, and there's going to be other people who it's going to take a really long time for. And when it comes to numbers, they're not addressing the amount of internal mental work and internal mental reprogramming and rewriting that somebody would have to do in order to be able to actually call that in so quickly. They're like, the income literally depends on the impact, because the impact is how you're rewriting the programs in your mind. Like, that is the impact. And that is what is going to ultimately open the door for the other end of things. But they don't speak to that in content. They don't speak to that in their marketing, because that would be difficult. And people wouldn't sign up if they spoke to that. And it's not sexy. That's hard work. And in all honesty, I think that it's doing a huge disservice to a lot of people online. And I know for a fact that there are things that are going on behind the scenes for like the FTC in terms of compliance for income claims and providing evidence for what people are saying in terms of how much they're making. And it's just very impressive to me that it still happens. But it's also even more impressive to me that they put it, like, they base it on, I know you want to make more impact so that you can make more income. So here's how you can make $20,000 months. You just contradicted yourself. Do you know how much contradiction exists within this space? I want you to go through some things and like really pay attention to what people are saying, because it exists all over the place, and it is rampant, to say the least. So I wanted to bring that up in today's episode because I thought it was an interesting topic, and I also kind of wanted to expand more on the little short threads that I have been posting up, because I feel like that would be a really good content strategy sometimes. So I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank you for listening. I want to hear your thoughts on this. I want to hear if you believe in toxic money. I want to hear if you are about the income or about the impact. I want to hear if you feel slighted by the way that marketing exists online. And I want to see your takeaways on Instagram. So I'm really excited to hear back from you. Can't wait to tune in with you next, I think it's Thursday, in the next episode. All right, bye.